Now you probably wondering, I know this girl that do email marketing, she ain't said nothing about no emails yet. That is on purpose because the foundation to any good marketing campaign, great marketing campaign, no matter if it's content-based, email marketing-based, or ad-based, is the messaging. Welcome to another episode of the $1 Million Messaging Podcast. I am your host, Cierra Seay, and remember, this is the only, and I'm serious, the only podcast that you're going to listen to where you're going to learn how to get more opens, more clicks, and more sales with your marketing, regardless of the industry that you're in. Today's episode is the Season 1 wrap-up. So over the last 6 episodes, I have intentionally been building and laying the foundation to what's really required to have more conversions with your marketing campaigns. That, more opens, more clicks, more sales. Now you probably wondering, I know this girl that do email marketing, she ain't said nothing about no emails yet. That is on purpose because the foundation to any good marketing campaign, great marketing campaign, no matter if it's content-based, email marketing-based, or ad-based, is the messaging. If the messaging is not solid, if the messaging is not clear, if you aren't clear on who you're talking to, what the transformation is, what the promised land looks like for your ideal client, nothing else that I share on this podcast is going to matter. The foundation has to be laid. It has to be solid. And I have some bad news for you. This is something that you're going to have to do probably two to three times a year, depending on where you are, right? So if you are in a space where you're just starting to sell products and services, you're probably going to have to do this 2 to 3 times a year. If you are changing your products and services, I would say beginning of the year, middle of the year, because you have to look at the data to optimize. Messaging is something that you should always be looking at. This isn't a set it and forget it type of thing when it comes to marketing. And I know a lot of people treat it as such. And then when they start to put out more content, they start to run ads, they get upset because things aren't working the way they worked 18 months ago. It's because your messaging is the same as 18 months ago. And what happens? What people want changes. What people desire changes. Your ideal client isn't in the same space. So Season 1 is intentionally about laying the foundation, figuring out who your sniper client is, figuring out what do you have to say to bring them out and get their attention, figuring out what their promised land looks like. And then for you, figuring out how can you consistently, confidently, and clearly continue to articulate your transformation all the time, no matter if you're sending an email, creating content, or running a Facebook ad. You have to be able to do that all the time. You're probably saying to yourself, but I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. You are, and you're going to have to keep doing that. Like that is what it is. People understand things differently, and the more creative you get with saying it in different ways and showing it in different ways, the more people are going to gravitate to you because everybody doesn't understand everything the same way. So that was Season 1. Season 2 is going to be dope. You'll get a sneak peek at some point. Just be sure to like, share, subscribe to this show. Follow me on Instagram at Cierra Seay, TikTok at Cierra Seay to get updates, to get sneak peeks, because it's going to be good. Season 2 is going to be industry spotlight. So I'm going to take specific industries and break down and give you actually like really practical, specific things to get more opens, more clicks, more sales based on that industry or that particular business, like real stuff. So stay tuned. See you guys in Season 2.